That's better. For those of you who have been under a rock for the past week, E3 happened, and oh god, was it good. I mean, oh god. I know it's been over a week since my last video, and my last rage, I should say. But as far as I'm concerned, I am so happy. I really am. I was blown away at some of the stuff from E3. Not so much from Xbox, though. But we got the reveal of the PlayStation 4, and it actually looks pretty badass. I don't mind the angly thing it has going with it. In fact, Sony actually said they designed it so it wouldn't be so embarrassing when people came into the house. Like if you're like 29, your family comes over and they see it, they won't be able to. It won't be like some weird looking box, which it's a hit or miss in my opinion. If you're proud of it, I'm probably gonna be proud of it. So, yeah. But this E3, oh my god, this has got to be the best E3 in the longest time. I mean, oh god, was this E3 good. But let's cut right to the chase. Reason, obviously, why PlayStation won at E3. No anti-used game system. That those were the key words. Those were the key words that they said. They said near the end of the whole conference, kind of made the ending a little bit anticlimactic, but what the hell? But that, yeah. Oh, the Sony or the PlayStation press conference was so fucking good. Oh my god. And what did Xbox have for a press conference? Nothing really. They showed a few games, but nothing really eye-popping at all. And they didn't answer any questions about the Kinect or what. Nothing. They just pretty much said, "Here's your games. Yeah, yeah, yeah." And the only answers we got about the whole system actually came from one of my favorite online reviewers, Angry Joe. He actually got a one-on-one interview with Major Nelson of Xbox, which was pretty sweet. I mean, the guy is friendly and all, but some of the questions he had for the guy was kind of going around the loops. Like, Angry Joe asked him about the whole online with the Steam prices, how they're so much cheaper, and Major Nelson, well, we've got really good prices on Xbox Live of these games, and Angry Joe's trying to show him that the prices really aren't that good for a game that's months old, and yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into that, and you already know my rage at the Xbox. I'm pretty much done with Xbox. I'm gonna keep my 360, and when I'm done with that, when they finally shut off stuff for that, I'm probably just. Yeah. But what was the highlights of the PlayStation reveal? Well, let's see. They showed off a few good games. My mind's actually kind of. I'm just so focused. They actually showed one of the upcoming MMORPGs, Elder Scrolls Online, which actually looks pretty fucking good, and I like how they're bringing it to the console. I mean, I'm trying to build a PC, but who knows how long that'll take. And yeah, it'll be nice to have an MMORPG on your own console, and I want to be able to play. Especially, I've only been with Elder Scrolls through Skyrim. I've never played any of the games, and I got hooked on Skyrim. I'm still playing Skyrim. I haven't even beaten the main quest yet. I'm doing all these little quests, getting all the weapons and armor, all this shit. Because I don't want to miss the opportunity to go if I do the rest of the main quest. But yeah. The Watch Dogs thing was pretty sick. That was one of my games I wanted to get. It's pretty much. It looks like GTA meets the hacker group Anonymous. That's what it looks like to me. And I do follow Anonymous. I'm not a hacker, but I do respect what they do. But that was pretty fucking good. Oh, but let's get on to the main source of my happiness. Square Enix came on, and they showed Final Fantasy 13 Versus. That was fucking sick looking. It did not look like any Final Fantasy game that I've ever seen before. Oh my god! And plus the cutscenes were good. I couldn't even tell which ones were gameplay and which one were cutscenes. They flowed that good. Like I'm kind of dreading that now because I'm hoping that not all of that is cutscenes now. But oh, and then there was a little thing at the end for like the last 20 seconds where turns out they changed it from Final Fantasy 13 Versus to Final Fantasy 15. Oh my god, that I can't even, the thought process behind that, I can't even imagine. And this might be the first Final Fantasy game I've bought since Final Fantasy 8. And I know I'm probably losing you a few of you with that because you've never played any other Final Fantasies past 8? The thing is, the Final Fantasy games take a lot of diligence and perseverance, and you need to devote a lot of time to them. And since then, especially growing up, I had very little patience. There were very few games I played that were over 40 hours long, and Final Fantasy just never did anything for me. It just took too long, too much strategizing, growing, and I was 10 or so. So yeah, I had the patience of a gnat, I guess the term would be. But and here's the biggie. Right after they revealed 15, they show this little clip, and I was like, it's just a remix. And then when I saw it, I was like, it's Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes! 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 Oh my god. I can't even reenact it well. I went ballistic. Finally, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. Oh my god. I was actually crying. I was that happy. Oh my, I was crying. I immediately went onto my social networks like Facebook and Twitter, and I blew it out. I pretty much told all my friends, all my family members. I went fucking ballistic. And everybody went fucking ballistic at those two reveals. Oh my god. The social media exploded. And that pretty much is what made the PlayStation 4 the winner of E3. I mean, it's been 8 fucking years since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. 8 fucking years. That's 1/3 of my life. Oh my, and I couldn't get rid of this smile. I was so happy. The next morning, all day the next day, I could not get rid of this shit-eating grin. I was so happy. And it's been 8 fucking years. It looks amazing. I mean, it says it's now in development, so people are saying, well, it's still going to take a while, and they may push it back to the next one. Still, that's the most we've gotten out of Kingdom Hearts 3 in 8 fucking years. And I don't care if it takes them a year or two to make the game. I mean, they have to polish it off, and that. I don't want them to rush it. I don't want it to end up like Sonic 06, where the game was rushed by fans because they wanted to play it so badly. No. I'm a die-hard fan of these games, and I want them to take all the time they need, all the little tweaks and stuff like that. Make sure it's not glitchy or any of that shit. I want the perfect follow-up to Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2. My favorite game of all time, Kingdom Hearts 2. Despite some of the flaws, it is my favorite game. Oh. It was just so good. And that's when I knew I was getting the PlayStation 4. The next day, immediately the next day, I went and played it. I went and traded in my PS3 to pre-order at GameStop the PlayStation 4. Oh, and I switched my Watch Dogs pre-order from Xbox 360 to PlayStation 4 because I need a game to play on that thing once it comes out, once I get it. Oh my god, this is definitely the best E3 I have seen in years. So many good games, one after the other. I mean, even Nintendo, they unveiled the new Super Smash Bros. Game for both the 3DS and the Wii U. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I don't have a Wii U yet, but I'm planning on getting one in the future, maybe in the next year or so. And I hope they let you use a regular joystick controller, because I really don't like motion controls. I can never get really the hang of them. And that's one of the things I loved about the GameCube with Melee. I loved Melee. I used to go over to my cousin's house and play with them. I'd kick their ass, actually. I would play as Zelda, and I would change it to Sheik and kick ass. Oh, but back on this fucking thing. Oh my god. And they didn't make the eye required. You do not have to have the eye in order to make the system run. That is a fucking good decision. I mean, yeah, they tried to when the whole conference again. They're like, okay, just real quick, will you please buy a Vita? You need more games for the fucking thing, for one thing. Sony, get on that. Make some fucking games for the thing so you can actually sell it to people. Like, most of the people I know who bought it, they traded it in within 2 months. And that was one of the problems with the 3DS when it came out. There wasn't any fucking games. Until the remake of Ocarina of Time, HD remix of it, and that's following with the Vita. They're not making any good games. They're not making any system games, pretty much. So Sony, if you're watching this, make some fucking games. Oh, not to mention when they unveiled the Xbox One's price, $500. Yeah, no. They are not going to be able to sell that thing that well, which I'm glad. I am so fucking glad about that. They are taking a big shit in the game. Oh, speaking of which, did you guys see that Sony commercial? Oh my god, that was so funny. They just come on and say, this is how you share your used games on the PlayStation 4. Here you go. Thank you. To Microsoft. Yeah. Oh my god. And not to mention some of the other shit they had. That was so good. Oh my god. I am just so fucking... Oh, that was... It's been a week since then, and I am still grinning like hell. I cannot get rid of this grin every time Oh, and have you even seen the reaction videos to Kingdom Hearts 3? Oh my god, people went ballistic. Yeah, I'm saying that over and over again. Sorry to repeat myself, but if some of you who haven't played the Kingdom Hearts series, you don't understand. This game, oh my god, it has the best mix of great gameplay and nostalgia. It's a masterpiece. In my opinion, it's a masterpiece. And some of you would probably call me a Sony fanboy. No, I'm not. I get a system, depending on whether I like the games, the controller, and whatnot. Like, I used to be a Sony fan. I had a Nintendo 64 and a PlayStation growing up. And when the first Xbox came out, I didn't like it very much. I mean, do you even remember how huge the controller was for that thing? I couldn't get my fucking hands around it. Of course, I was only like 10 at the time, but still. And but then one day I went over to my friend's house and he had an Xbox 360 and I played Call of Duty for the first time with him, and I really liked the controls for the 360 controller. It felt nicer. It felt more aesthetically pleasing to the hands. So I saved up money and I got it. I got Modern Warfare 2. I got all the, and I was from there on I was a Microsoft fan. I was a Xbox fan. Like there was when I was working at GameStop, there was actually a friend of mine who was like a diehard Sony fan. Like, and I would defend the Xbox. I mean, I liked PlayStation. I liked Sony, but I just thought that the Xbox had more to offer, even though it had a monthly charge and all that. And that's it. And that's the other thing too. PlayStation, it's not online required, but if you want to do multiplayer, you have to get PlayStation Plus, which I guess is a good trade-off. It's not bad. I mean, at least it's not required like with the Xbox One, where you pretty much on top of the $500 price you have to pay for Xbox Live. There's no option. Not to mention the used game thing, and so yeah, dominating. This thing is dominating. $400, kick-ass games, no anti-used games, all this shit, all this good stuff. Oh, I cannot wait until I mean, I can kind of wait till it comes out because I still need to save up money. I've got about half of the system paid off, and I'm making shit right now for money, so it's gonna take me a while. That's one of the reasons why it took me so long to build a PC. But yeah, I know some of you were looking for an angry rant, but really, I wasn't really surprised with the Xbox conference. The only game I thought I saw on that I kind of liked was that Titanfall game. That was it. And they said it's gonna be on PC anyway. So when I build my PC, I'm gonna buy it for that. So yeah, Xbox One. No. This has been a good week for gamers. I mean, seriously. We have to pat ourselves on the back, and we gotta pat Sony on the back. I mean, there's rumors that they're gonna have a similar thing with publishers, but I'm being optimistic. I'm being hopeful about that because they already said the conference are not anti-used games. So, and yeah, and so I'm pretty much gonna go to the PlayStation 4 and say, and the only thing I like about the Xbox One is the controller, but I'll just get a third-party controller for the PS4 when they come out with those, with similar joystick layouts and all that. So, I am just so, the day after the Kingdom Hearts 3 reveal, I was so happy. I wouldn't be surprised if people mistake me for being high. I was that high. I was high on Kingdom Hearts 3. I immediately changed my cover photo on Facebook to the Kingdom Hearts 3 logo. Oh my god. And I went fucking, but this E3 has the most amount of games I've wanted that I want to buy in years. In years. Oh my god. But I'm not gonna ramble on because yeah, that's all that needs to be said. Pretty much, Sony got first place, Nintendo got second, third, and well, I can't even put him third because yeah, I don't even want to put him that high for Xbox. Before I go, do you guys hear about that whole Ouya thing? You know the Ouya console, that box-shaped thing that's supposed to be fully hackable and stuff? Apparently they went around the ESA, the Electronic Software Association that hosts E3 at the LA Convention Center. They didn't want to deal with some of their bullshit or something, I don't know, but so they rented a space across the parking lot across from the convention center. So the ESA, they rented the space in front of them and put these huge trucks to block them off. So ESA rents the space in front of that, and ESA calls the cops on them. Seriously. And so the cops come, they see that they got the paperwork in order, and they just let them, that's it. ESA, really? Really? That seems kind of childish. just because you won't play in the same sandbox, you're gonna go and kick sand in their face? Yeah, no. But I watched so many videos from E3. I watched so many. I followed one of my favorite reviewers again, Angry Joe, throughout every questionnaire, every single thing he did on Twitter. Top notch, Angry Joe. I really respect you, and I disagree with you in some areas. I can't think of them right off the top of my head right now, but nice, man. I wanted to go there. I want so bad to go to E3, but the tickets to get are like $500, and a plane tickets are like $700. So yeah, maybe in a few years, if I get more popular on YouTube and whatnot from you guys, and it all depends on you guys. I'm going to be making my own YouTube channel, by the way. I don't have a name yet, but once that's done, I'll let you know, and I hope you guys can like and subscribe it. Alright? Bye.